Hello, it's time for another play day in the asylum, my friends. And the reason for today's play day, and it's actually going to be playing today, um, is I was going through all my crap that I have, and I have like 10 packs of these, okay? And they are inkjet printer glossy photo paper. All right, so, and we all know glossy, you can't really do a lot with glossy. I had got these at a thrift store, and they were like in a bundle. So it was like a bag. You couldn't pick and choose. So it was a bag of stuff, and these were a part of it. And there was a plethora of them, and some other little bits and bobs. And so I bought it. It was like $3 or something like that. So I have tons of these now. So I want to use them up, see what I can do with them, and maybe it's something that we can add to our asylum journal. And if any of you guys have these just laying around from back in the day when we used to print out our own pictures on our printer, then maybe you will be able to join me on this. And if you don't, I think you could use probably like a Yupo paper or anything that's like glossy, you know, um, because I'm going to use, I believe, alcohol inks on these. But still haven't committed to this, by the way. Still thinking about this wraparound. I mean, I love it, but I don't know. I don't know how to attach it yet. I don't know if I want to commit. I'm terrible at those type of things. But anyway, so I'm thinking what I'm going to do with these. I'm going to use alcohol inks on them. And then I'm going to take them and fold them in half because, well, I guess one, because some of my pages are kind of small, right? Some of them are kind of big. So I guess a whole one wouldn't be that bad either. But for the most part, they take up the whole page, right? So I think I'm going to fold them in half instead of keeping it whole. But if you made your journal like mine, you have some blank pages and then you have some masterboard pages, right? And sometimes they're kind of cool on their own, and you don't really want to cover the whole image of the whole page. I mean, you want some of that to shine through. So I'm thinking, this was actually from Michelle though. This was her masterboard side and this was her back side. So I'm thinking of taking, just wanted to show the title again, of taking these and making ink blots, okay? So we all know that, well, I don't know if they still do it today, but they did the old, back in the day, they did the old ink blot test, right? To see what you see when they show you like an ink blot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop ink on one side, squish it, open it up, and then we'll have an ink blot. Or different ways of doing this. Or we can take one sheet, drop, and then take another one and squish it, right? And then we have our ink blot times 2. Okay. And then also I can cut it in half and then drop it and then stick the smaller half, just to have smaller ones. Because even though I do it on one side and I fold it in half, it still creates one ink blot across the whole page. You know what I'm saying? So, and since I have so much of these, I can do whatever. What am I going to do with them afterwards? I don't know. I do like, if you follow Misty on Instagram, she uses like a micro pen. She does like watercolors, and then she uses a micro pen and outlines all the different variations. We could do that. And I'll link her Instagram below so you guys can check out and see what I'm talking about. Or we could, if we see a picture in it, we can try to outline what we see. Like if there's a face or a dog or something like that, we could do that. We could leave it as is and just write what we call it, like a butterfly or, something like that. But since I'm going to be making so many, and I think I'm going to make a lot of the smaller ones, I'm going to cut it in half and do half on half. if anyone's up for a trade and you want to trade ink blots, you know, I can cut it in half, blot it. I keep one half, you take the other, and maybe you come up with something different. That would be kind of interesting too. And since we're, it's just one thing, you need a regular stamp, mail it in an envelope, I'll mail it out to you. Let me know. Let me know in the comments if you're interested in a trade or anything similar to that, or if you have any ideas of what we can do with our ink blots. But I'm thinking, once I have some ink blots, I'm thinking of just maybe putting them on the page as decoration. Like maybe if I have some really cool ones, just putting them on a page that has a masterboard, or we could even tuck it into our file. At least one of them, right? Yeah, that's a good idea. We could just tuck it into our file and also pick a page and decorate it with our ink blots. Maybe a couple of them on a page. I don't know. That's why it's called Playday, because we're just going to play around with it. All right. So with that being said, rest of the video, I am just going to be dropping, blotting, and then after I do a few of those, then I'll stop the video and then we can go over what I have. And then I don't know. I really don't know, because like I said before in a past video, is I just do things. I really have no somewhat of a direction. Like I know I'm going in the direction of an ink blot, but I don't know what I'm going to do with them when I'm done with the ink blot part. So, but as always, feedback and ideas are always welcomed here in the asylum, because we're all together. Okay, so with that, I'm going to get started on ink blotting. And my routine from here on out is going to be music, process, and then maybe some voiceovers until we get to the end. All right? Okay. Thanks for joining. Stick around. Good morning, all. Normally I would be doing voiceovers at this point, but I had some time early this morning before hubby gets up, and wanted to show you. So last night, after work, I came home and I was practicing some ink blots just to see what would happen. And this is what I have. So this goes like this. So I was just dropping ink, and then this is a smushed one like that, so it turns into two, right? But then I got to thinking, an ink blot, I like this kind of ink blot, right? Because it's supposed to be, let me find my shapes. So like this one was two together, but together it's supposed to be like that, which makes more sense, right? So if this one was together, I mean, I guess I could tape them together too to make an ink blot like that. Yeah, I guess I could do that, but I like the folded ink blot versus having the two random. I mean, these are kind of cool looking though, right? They're still kind of cool, but as far as ink blots, I do want to make some folded ones, but I don't want them to be large. Like I want some smaller ones than the whole sheet. So I took a half a sheet and I folded it to see how this would turn out. So I still not completely happy with those ink blots, but it's all trial and error, right? But we're not just making ink blots, we're creating something artsy also. And you got to admit, some of these are pretty cool looking. I hope you guys can see it. I know the glare's on there. And imagine using different colors too. It doesn't just have to be black. I'm just using black for now to do like the generic ink blot. Okay, so imagine if that was together, taped together. So I'm using alcohol inks, and I also have my bottle of alcohol, just isopropanol. So I'm going to spray it first. I'm going to try this route. I'm going to try spraying it first. And it does splatter, so you got to get all your stuff out of the way. I'm going to spray it first so it's kind of wet, and then drop, and then fold and see what happens. Just kind of drop randomly. Now okay, and then fold. Oop. Okay, now I was smearing, But I think I'll just see how it's coming out. I'll just press instead of smearing. It still smears though, but look at, that's the only thing I don't like about the folded is that, but I guess that's okay. So that's one, but I kind of want more darkness in there, you know, and then this is different on that, on those two sides. Let's see if we can kind of make them match a little bit. Yeah, there we go. All right, so let's put that to the side. Get another small one. See if I can get it to, and I'm just, let's try one without the alcohol first. So it's dry. All right, let's move that out the way. And I'll do some with different colors too. We actually do like a bunch of colors, see what it looks like. All right, and this is just kind of ways to use up that photo paper if you have it. Ooh. Yeah, see, I don't like how smooth it becomes. I want it to be more, I mean, it's kind of neat looking, but all right, let's spray it with alcohol afterwards. See what happens. Ooh, that happens. Okay. Just kind of randomly poke it. All right. That's kind of neat looking too. I'd imagine adding some more color up to the top. We might do that later. Still not what I'm looking for. Close. I think I need to put the dots more in the middle. Let's see. Let's put some in the middle. And then see if we can smear them to go in different directions. See, it still comes out so smooth. I don't like that. I want more blotchy. You know what I'm saying? Although that's kind of cool too. Look, it's still moving. It's still doing stuff. It looks like a woman's ovaries and stuff, doesn't it? That's kind of cool though. I like that one too. All right, so I seem to be getting women's parts when I do this, so I got to figure out how to not get that. Let's try another one, but I do like this size, so I think I'm going to stick with this size. So if you guys like this size too, it's just the what is it, 5 by, how big are these, 4 by 6, I think. Where's my ruler? Let's get my big ruler out. 4. So these are 4 by 6 glossy photo paper, folded in half, and then folded in half. And then that's when you get this size. All right, so you want to see one with some different colors? Let's do some different colors. And then we'll also add, see if we can add to those other ones. Let's see. Let's do some blues. Do some blue. Let's try to do a landscape. Let's force into our own little. Let's see. Let's do blue. Now, I'm not sure if we have to hurry because I'm not sure if these dry or not. Like quick on here. And remember, we can always spray it with alcohol to activate it again. Yeah, I think I'm always going to get that smeared look, not so blotchy. That's kind of neat looking too, right? But I hate that we always get that. I mean, I guess that's the point of the ink blot, the middle, you know? Ooh, it's kind of hard because I'm trying not to touch. Well, that didn't match. I want the ink blots to match on both sides. All right, yeah, we're always going to get that middle part. Wonder what we can do to make it change. Do I want to spray this one or leave it? We'll just leave this one. What do you guys see? Trees, land, sky. I think colors kind of make you think things too, more than the shape itself. Interesting though, huh? Let's take something like this. Let's spray it first. Now this is overnight. Let's see if it still reactivates to alcohol. Oh, it does. We can redo that. Spray it a lot. And then I'm going to fold it in half. I can change this outlook. See, and we get back to that just linear thing. All right, let's add some color to it. Add some blues. Oh, Matt, it's kind of accumulated in the same area. Weird. All right. Ooh, I like that. Oop. I like that. Looks like a butterfly. Look how it's starting to spread through there. I don't know if you guys can see it from far. That's the glare, but the only thing is these two are different, but that's okay. Yeah, I can just swoop that up a little bit. Or you know what? Might have to do that. Trying to make them look the same. Yeah. Neat. Okay. It's probably one of my favorites so far. Although I kind of see a phallic symbol in the middle here. This shows where my mind is. So maybe I should add another color in there. What do you think? Like an orange or yellow in the middle? I'm gonna let it dry a little bit before I add another color. Hey, these are kind of fun though. Especially taking, I kind of liked this one. This one was like this. But I was already seeing a person in here, like that's their head and they're looking that way in their arm. And then there's the other arm. They're kind of like laying, but then they look like they're under a boulder or something. So I don't know. But it's amazing that you can see pictures in there. You like, doesn't that look like a body right here? And then their arm, and their head, and their other arm. And then, you can always turn it different directions too. See if you see something else. And you guys probably see something totally different from me, All right. So, and then, like I said, in the comments, or, my email is in my description of my channel. So any of you that don't already follow me on Instagram or on our Scrappy 8 Facebook page, you can email me if you'd like me to send you one. And then you can, or a couple, I don't mind, because I might just start making a whole bunch of these just to get rid of all the paper that I have. I have tons of this. Actually, if you want to email me, maybe to fit the color scheme of your journal, maybe you want some different colors or something. And then if you do that, you can show me what picture you see, if you see a picture, or what you add to it, because you can add to it. I mean, you can stamp over it, draw over it, and, make it your own thing. Like this could be a background, and then you can do other things. You can collage on it, whatever. So if you end up doing that, just post it on Instagram or on the Facebook Scrappy 8 page, so I can see what you did with it. But I don't mind, because these can go in just a regular envelope and just go regular mail. So it's not a big deal. All right, so this one I think I'm going to move these out this way. Spray it. And then what other colors can we do? A big bright person, but let's try some purple. Of course, the black is going to make it not as bright. Oh, starting to, you know what? Let's just do this right here. Okay, kind of. Oh, traffic purple. What the hell is traffic purple? Same question. Let's see. Oh, this one's actually turning out pretty cool. Oh, it looks more like red. That's a kind of a big blotch though, huh? Ugh. Oh, I don't like that. Oh well. Alright, let's just smear the whole thing. That one I should have left. Alright, we'll just spray it. And I'm just going to let it dry like that. Then it doesn't look even, right? Because they have to be even on both sides, right? Or similar. Just a quick blot, yeah. Alright, well, I just messed that one up. So we know not to put too much alcohol on it. I mean, to me, it's messed up. I don't know to you guys. You guys might like it, but it's just a bunch of pink and purple in there now. Oh well. Still, interesting background. All right, so we're going to do a couple more live. That's what I consider live. And then I'm going to do some on camera without sound on. Try some metallics. I have a light bronze. Of course, these we got to shake up. And I got this all these alcohol colors. I forget how many are in the kit. Got them all on Amazon. And I don't know if that's the brand or not. I don't remember. HXDZ FX. Oh, what kind of name is that? I don't know. I'll look it up though. See if I can find it. And then if I can, I'll post a link in comments or in the description in case you guys want to order. I remember I got it because it had a lot of colors and I don't believe it was too pricey either. So just a quick blot. Ooh, I like the way look at this. This is like you could do marble countertops with this stuff. Look at that. Can you see how it's spreading on there, right there? Oh, let's add some gold too. I know you're like, no, stop, Brenda. You already got enough on there. But this is just play. It's play day, so we're gonna play. We're gonna mess up, and trust me, we can use all this stuff, even the messed up ones. We can do something with it. Great background, like even this one. You can make a collage on top of it and cover most of it up if you want to. You know what I mean? And if you're wondering what kind of glue to use to collage on glossy, I couldn't tell you right now. I would just have to play around with it. You could just put like hopefully a matte. I don't know why I did two in the same spot because it's just gonna. All right, let's just kind of. It's funny how you can see it glistening. Like it's bubbling. I don't know if you guys can see it on there. Let's stop now. It's pretty interesting. Look at that. It's pretty nice. Looks like a marble countertop, doesn't it? Okay, I think we need some gold down here. I'll just put one drop kind of in the middle if I can. See, that's the problem. There we go. More on one side than the other. Oh, neat. What happened? That definitely looks like a butterfly or a moth. Neato, neato. We have this catastrophe, which I'll probably go over with another color. Unless you like purple, I'll wait. Have our landscape ink blot. The larger one that I need to change here in the middle. And then we have our Asylum ones that are for psychiatric analysis. It's the black and white ones. It kind of reminds me of an x-ray or something, like they're trying to see what you ate in your stomach. And then I just have my larger ones that I'm going to play with later too. All right, so that's what we have so far. I'm sorry that the glare is making it kind of hard to see. Kind of like this one though. I'm not going to mess with that. And then I'm just going to start playing different colors and variations. Gold one. And again, as you saw, once you do it, you can reignite it, just spraying some alcohol on it, and it'll reignite. There's the purple one and then the larger one. All right. So hold on, I'm just going to press pause and then just start playing. All right, so done a few ink blots here, and this one, actually, I'll show you once I stop flipping it. I see like a giraffe or something in there. I don't know if you guys see that. But I'll go real quick through the cards. I'm going to stack them up. And this one kind of reminds me of a Native American type of thing. That's kind of spooky. But I'll go through them one by one, I think if I remember correctly. But yeah, this one kind of looks like a bird, right? Like eyes in a bird. That one's, I don't know, kind of scary looking, spider or something. But yeah, that one's Native American looking to me for some reason. And then this one here, I wanted to test if I could stamp on top. But the stamp I used was not very good, and my ink is not very good either. So now I'm trying a pen over it. It's kind of like a micro pen. So that works. So stamping does work if you have a better stamp and a better ink pad than I did. So I'm just darkening it now. A tree is what it was. And so this pen also worked good to put in the details. And then at the end of this, I kind of smear it with my finger to see if it smears or not. And it doesn't smear. So that's pretty cool too. See right there. So that's an idea. So that's what that looks like. And then this one I was pissed because it wasn't recording. I wanted to show you the before, and then I saw a fly's face on this one. And so now I'm just drawing the fly. Here I'm using acrylic marker, paint marker, and then of course a micro pen on that. That works. This pen though that I'm using, it was kind of wet still when I used. It took a while for it to dry. So when I go to use the paint marker here, it kind of blended in with the black, kind of smeared it, but I didn't mind because like I said, it's just a fly, so you know they're kind of yucky anyway. And on his eyes, I didn't want to color the whole thing in, so I just did some highlights with the yellow. And then on the bottom, I add some red for the bottom of his eyes just to kind of give it some depth. Not sure if it worked or not, because you know, fly's eyes should be all like dark and everything, but I didn't want to cover up that bronze. Yeah, so that was my my interpretation of this ink blot. Was I saw a fly, and then I'm just going to write a fly head, I think, on there. Yeah, fly head. All right, so here I have sewed around the edges, and I added a piece of paper to the back. I'll write over that even though there's already writing on it. And then, yeah, I'm going to stick it in my file, my personal file in the Asylum. And then since I had seen a fly head in that, I figured this was the perfect moment to add my fly charm to the front of my cover. Now, this charm originally was silver, and I used alcohol inks to color that. So this I'm just going to glue to my front cover. So now I'll have a fly on my front cover. I just thought, you know, that's perfect. I saw a fly in the ink blot, and now I'm going to add a fly to the cover. Why not? All right, so next I'm going to be showing you the 11 ink blots that I have, and I numbered them so that in the comments you guys can tell me what you see in any particular ink blot. And I'd like to see if there's a variation of what people see, if you feel like it. I mean, you're not forced to. And then at the end, I also have some updated pictures from some of our other patients in the Asylum. Well, I hope you guys leave some interesting comments below. And thanks again for joining me for Playday in the Asylum. And I look forward to seeing what you guys come up with if you make some ink blots. And take care, everyone, all right? Tschüss.